Thank you for watching the episode of Stone's Reviews. Our mission is to help you decide what to love making next. Today, I've got this little engine here to build. I believe these are going to be Lego-sized pieces, but we're going to find out here in a minute. I don't know if you're familiar with the unfortunately named fLego kit maker Mold King. They make a ton of engines that you can build. I think probably order like 5 or 10 of them. I don't know, but they have just so many. I think I've got one to build myself, but I found this kit on Temu, so it's kind of similar, but smaller than the Mold King kits. Let's open it up here a little bit. Both sides seem to be open. That one's got some tape still. This one does too. So let's chop that. And let's see what we got in here. The box is actually breaking down. That's weird. Let's see here. Alrighty. Oh, I'll show you the rest of the box here. We've got, that's nice. The box actually has a closing flap, so you can close it back up. That's pretty decent of them. The other side does as well. So cool. And there's the back side. I mean, it looks like the detail they went through is pretty good for the size of it. The front side, sides. Alright. So, looking at the bricks themselves, they definitely appear to be Lego sized. These are not Lego, they're definitely fLego, fake Lego. They do appear to be Lego sized. The bags are numbered, hallelujah for that. We have a little motorized kit, so it'll be really interesting to see if this thing actually looks pretty lifelike running. I'm really excited about that. I didn't know I had a motor with it. As far as instructions go, it is a very thin book, so it's going to be interesting to see how many steps per page. Actually, not too bad. The thing I don't like right off the bat is I like instructions that give you the next step. They gray out the previous pieces, so that way you can tell what's brand new and what's old, instead of using red lines to outline it, which, you know, works, but it's not as easy to follow than just graying out the previous pieces. So that's my first complaint, but it's not a deal breaker, that's for sure. Looks like we definitely have some custom pieces to do some of the engine components that I see, so it'll be fun to take a look at those custom components. At least I think they're custom. I definitely confess I haven't seen every Lego brick out there, but it looks to me like those are custom, which would help them get the scale that they're going for. Yeah, so I'm actually pretty excited to build this guy. We'll, of course, do it on camera for you, and then give it a good review. All right, let's get building. There's this auxiliary bag here. It's got some other parts in it here. I was going to show you real quick. Little tape there. Inside, we've got this really big frame, and some other little tubey things. Wink, 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 wink. And they did include a very small USB cord, probably a foot long if we're lucky. Here's a look at these custom pieces I was talking about. At least I believe they're custom. They definitely look like an engine piston chamber. So the piston's definitely going to go up in there. It appears to be a V8 based on the number of pistons that I see there. I'm going to stick one of these in here and see what it looks like here. Let's do that. Yeah, okay. Neat. I noticed on page 2, this step here you had to turn it to get it in the right orientation to build on, but there's no turn symbol. hard to tell on camera there, but the picture that shows the pieces are really pretty blurry.
Now we're 3 deep in the now we're so deep in the phase. Got that control for the change. Samurai sharp with the blade. Only 4 letters in the name. Round is the rage. I can guess the source of the shade. They want you to sit in the stay. I wanna rebel in the rage. They let me out of the cage. I write the words on the page. I set the ground for the stage. Make it disappear like a mage. Leave the whole crowd in a daze. Follow me, I know the way. Second the music on play. I know what to say. I know what to say. I know what to say. This is the way.
We're just the lovers, all of us together. We can take it further.
It's a W-A-B way.
Now it's time to catch up. There's no need to question. Just feel the pressure.
W-A-B way.
They gotta get down the beat down the word, and they gotta get down the beat down the word, and then they gotta get down the beat down the word with the
W-A-B way.
They gotta get down the beat down the word, and they gotta get down the beat down the word, and they gotta get down the beat down the word.
W-A-B way. Get down.
Flywheel, I think. I don't know. It's almost more like a transmission part than the first real problem with the build, I mean, it's not a crazy problem here, but you got this, I think it's supposed to be a flywheel maybe there. And then this piece is supposed to go on it, but there just isn't enough axle there that they provide for it to go on. Could be that something could be scrunched in a little bit over, but I don't see a good way to get over there to do it. I might try and play with it later, but right now it's just going to have to hang out. We'll give it a good test here since we're already halfway through the build. Yep. Oh, there we go. Worked good. Always an encouraging thing. got it all done. Very good kit. It's definitely a technical kit. You have to be careful. A mistake will be a problem. And the instructions don't use... I like where they gray out the bricks from the previous step. This didn't do that. It just put a little red line around the next thing. I don't like that as much. You know, one thing I know with this thing, it didn't come with a brick tool. That usually disappoints me because you usually end up needing them at some point. So that was one minus to the kit. The other minus was in the instructions. There was at least one where they didn't tell you needed to rotate the piece as you're building. So that made it a little tricky to figure out. Not profoundly tricky, but a little tricky. And then I did find that on here where the fan is, you can't push it all the way back. If you do, it'll hit this, and that causes big problems. So you do have to worry about that. It does. What's really awesome about it is it is motorized, so we'll let it run here in a minute. But it has this very little motor that does have a battery in it, so that you don't have to plug it in to run it. There is a USB-C to plug it in to charge it. And it can go both ways, you know, rotate right or left, depending on how you want. So this is my rubricable mat. So it does have treads in this little area here that we had to put together, or chain, and so you don't have to count the pieces. You can just put it on the chain and figure it out. So that was pretty nice. The instructions said to use 30. I used 31 because 30 was way too tight. Okay, and then I'll show you the whole thing as I turn around. I'll put on the turntable too and do another little separate clip there that you'll see in a few moments. But yeah, there's the entire look of the thing. I'll show you the bottom too, and then the very top, which is very pretty. Of course, you got these two stator fans and then a regular fan. All right, you can see through here. It's got a crankshaft. Underneath that, it's very difficult to see our pistons, which is cool, but like I said, virtually invisible because of the crankshaft being in the way. Which is pretty much kind of like it was in real life, sort of. Pretty close. Alright, okay, we're going to try to get it running here and see what happens. We're just going to turn it on. And you can see inside there the crankshaft going. And I can see the pistons, but it's probably going to be really hard to see on camera. On the back, we got our flywheel here going. And yeah, I mean, it's very cool looking. It operates very well. You can tell that the fan's off balance, but it's all pretty cool. It was a lot of fun. Do I recommend the build? Absolutely. It was a lot of fun. I got it from Temu. It did not cost that much. We'll show you one more build here that we're going to do that's also a motor. There is a company called Mold King, unfortunately named in my opinion, because in the United States mold doesn't sound like a great thing, but they make a ton of engines that also run. And here's the one I got off Temu at a very reasonable price. It's huge compared to this other one I just did. It is supposed to operate, I assume, spinning fans and stuff like that. But it's beautiful. I can't wait to get to it. Look for it coming in the next few weeks. Alright, well, thank you so much for watching that episode of Stone's Reviews. Please hit that like button. Please subscribe. We're trying to support the channel. We're trying to move from the deep red to the black. Any amount of support would help. 99 cents a month would go a long way to getting us into the black. We also are offering candies, our favorite candies, on Amazon in the description. Please hit that down there, and you can buy those candies and have a sweet treat and support the channel as well. And then we certainly have a Patreon. That's another way to support us. We both joining us on YouTube or going to our Patreon account. There's a 99-cent level that would be very helpful to us, and that will really help us to get the channel in a better position, and so that we can keep helping you decide what to love making next. All right, thanks so much for watching.